Most people don't realize this, but the reason your body feels older, heavier, and more tired than it should has very little to do with age and everything to do with what's quietly happening inside you every single morning. And if you've ever looked in the mirror and thought, something feels off, but I can't explain it, I want you to know that feeling makes sense and you're not imagining it. Because what I see every day in my clinic is that smart, hardworking people are unknowingly blocking their own body's natural repair systems without realizing it. And over time, that leads to stubborn fat, low energy, brain fog, aching joints, and that unsettling fear that your best years might already be behind you, which is a scary thought, especially when you're doing what you were told was healthy and still not feeling right. So let me speak to you calmly and honestly for a moment, the way I would if you were sitting across from me in my office, because your body is not broken, it's not failing you, and it hasn't forgotten how to heal, but it is waiting for the right signals. And one of the biggest mistakes I see is people trying to force health with intensity, hard workouts, extreme diets, supplements stacked on supplements, when the body actually responds best to gentle, consistent signals that say, you're safe, you're nourished, and now you can repair. And when those signals are missing, the body shifts into protection mode, holding on to fat, slowing metabolism, and prioritizing survival over renewal, which is why weight gain feels unfair, why energy crashes come out of nowhere, and why aging can suddenly feel like it's accelerating. And here's the part most people never hear explained clearly. Your body has built-in renewal systems that work quietly in the background, cleaning up damaged cells, recycling old tissue, and supporting the creation of new, healthier cells. And these systems are most active when your nervous system is calm, your blood sugar is stable, and your body senses rhythm and predictability, not stress and chaos. And when those conditions are met, even briefly each day, the body begins to shift, inflammation eases, fat becomes easier to release, and tissues start functioning more efficiently, not because of magic, but because that's how human biology has always worked. And what fascinates me as a doctor is how little time it actually takes to send these signals, because people assume healing must be long and complicated, when in reality, some of the most powerful changes come from short, intentional rituals that tell your body, now is the time to repair. And I want you to imagine this from your body's perspective for a moment. When you wake up stressed, immediately reach for your phone, spike your stress hormones, rush your breathing, and eat in a hurry. Your body interprets that as danger, and in danger mode, it does not burn fat efficiently. It does not invest energy in repair, and it certainly doesn't prioritize long-term health. But when you slow down, even for 10 minutes, and give your body calm signals through breathing, gentle movement, light exposure, and hydration, you flip an internal switch that shifts your system from defense into restoration. And this is where people are often surprised because they expect something intense, but the body responds more to consistency than force. And over time, those 10 minutes become a daily message that says, you can let go now, which is when fat loss becomes less of a fight, energy returns more naturally, and aging feels less like a downhill slide and more like a steady, manageable process. And I want to be clear and honest with you here, because this matters. There is no overnight miracle, no instant reversal of time. But there is something profoundly reassuring about knowing that your body is designed to renew itself when you stop getting in its way. And I've watched patients in their 40s, 50s, and beyond begin to feel lighter, clearer, and stronger, not because they punished themselves into health, but because they created a daily rhythm their body could trust. And trust is everything to the nervous system, because when your nervous system feels safe, your hormones follow, your metabolism follows, and your cells function more efficiently. And this is where people often say, why didn't anyone tell me this sooner? Because we were taught to chase symptoms instead of supporting systems, to fear aging instead of understanding it, and to believe exhaustion is normal when it's actually a signal. And if you're listening to me right now feeling a mix of curiosity and skepticism, that's a healthy response, because real health information should feel grounded, not hyped. And I'm not asking you to believe in anything mystical. I'm asking you to understand something deeply human. Your body listens to patterns, not promises. And when you give it a simple, repeatable ritual that combines calm breathing, gentle activation of your muscles, and a moment of stillness, you lower stress hormones, improve circulation, and support the internal cleanup processes that keep tissues functioning well. And over weeks and months, that adds up in ways people don't expect, like clothes fitting differently without extreme dieting, mornings feeling less stiff, thinking becoming sharper, and that quiet confidence. Returning where you feel more at home in your body again. And one of the most heartbreaking things I see is people blaming themselves for feeling unwell, when in reality they were never taught how to work with their biology instead of against it. And I want you to hear this clearly. So pause with me for a second and really take it in. Needing rest does not mean you are weak. Slowing down does not mean you are failing, and aging does not mean your body has stopped caring about you. It means it needs different signals now. And when you provide those signals consistently, your body responds, not dramatically, not overnight, but reliably. And that reliability is where real confidence comes from, because you stop chasing every new trend and start trusting your own physiology again. And as a doctor, nothing makes me happier than seeing someone realize they are not broken. They are simply out of sync. And syncing back up does not require perfection, just intention. And as this video continues, I want you to stay with me, not because I promise miracles, but because understanding how your body actually works gives you back a sense of control that fear and confusion quietly take away. And when you feel understood, when you feel safe in your own body again, that's when change becomes sustainable, and that's what I want for you. Calmly, honestly, and with real care.